Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Kumari here with the Cutaway, a behind-the-scenes look at CBS This Morning, and that's why we're here with Chris Francescani. He's a senior producer here, and you worked on the story about the Navy SEAL rescue of the two aid workers. You know, it was our top story. Everyone's still talking about it. So tell us, how did this story break at CBS?
Well, as soon as we saw the president tell Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta, good job, good job, everybody knew that something was going on. We jumped into action. Our Washington folks figured out what it was. We soon learned that Jessica Buchanan, an American citizen held in Somalia, had been rescued within hours of the State of the Union. As soon as we figured out who she was and what had happened, we jumped into action. Our entire booking department started making calls, knocking on doors, until we found the Buchanan family.
And so as a senior producer on this story, what were you in charge of?
I was in charge of finding the family and seeing if they'd talk to us. This
and you did.
This occasion for, for the American public and for the Buchanan family.
And you did. You talked to Jessica Buchanan's father. So what was that like? What was he like, and what did he tell you?
Well, what I heard from him, what came through in the interview that I had with him last night on the phone was humility and gratitude. This man had been through 93 days of absolute hell, waiting to find out whether or not he'd ever see his daughter again. Once he learned from the President of the United States that that his daughter had in fact been rescued and was returning home safe, all that came through in the interview was humility and gratitude. He thanked the President. He thanked everybody in the country who had prayed for him. He said that we're Christians, we're believers. The amount of prayer that came out across the country was extraordinary. And then, of course, the U.S. government and the military who were able to bring her home safe.
And you talked to him about his call with President Obama.
Yeah, he told me it was quite a momentous 40 minutes. He got a call from the White House saying that the president, he said he got a call from the White House saying that he'd be getting a call in 40 minutes. He knew it was about his daughter. He did not know whether this was going to be good news or bad news. He said it was some of the hardest 40 minutes of his life. Eventually, he got another call saying the next voice you'll hear will be the President of the United States. The President got on the phone and said, John, I'm Barack Obama. Your daughter is safe, and we've got her home.
What a relief.
He was extraordinarily grateful. He was extraordinarily grateful.
So what's the difference between covering a breaking news story that everything is changing minute to minute, as opposed to a regular story that, you know, you can book a guest and it's kind of, you know, easy?
It's constant attention. It's just constant attention, calling, basically getting all of your troops spread out across the country. We didn't know where the Buchanan family was at this time. We thought they may be in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia. So we had to take some chances, go knock on some doors. And back here in New York, we were working the phones nonstop for about 12 or 14 hours. We finally found a producer on the ground who got in touch with a friend of his, and we were able to get a phone number for Mr. Buchanan. I called him, and he spoke with me. That's
great. Congratulations on that. And so how do you see this story moving forward?
Well, she's in Italy now. She's been reunited with her husband, who's also a humanitarian worker. She'll be reunited with him in Italy today. She's very likely to be debriefed extensively by the U.S. government, and then she'll be returned home to the United States. Mr. Buchanan thinks within the next week or so.
Okay. And then, well, hopefully she'll be talking to us.
With any luck, she'll be here on CBS This Morning.
Great.
Sooner rather than later.
Thank you so much, Chris. That was very interesting to see how this story went down.
You're welcome.
Great. Thank you so much.